Hey guys, welcome. Hey guys, welcome back to this week's video. So, yeah, Nintendo Direct finally happened, and you know what? I was mostly happy about it. So, a lot to talk about, and what I'm gonna kind of do is just have the video kind of playing and forwards to the places that I want to watch or talk about, and have it in the background, just, you know, as background video. All right, so the Direct, a lot of big news, and let's talk about it in order. So, let's get to it. All right, so, yeah, open up big. Now, when I first saw this, I was thinking, could it be Super Nintendo games for the online? No. Now, it was even better. Super Mario Maker 2. Now, here's the thing. Does that mean that it's a lot extra stuff? Like, I wanted it kind of be like Super Mario 3D World Maker 2 kind of thing, where you got that. Now, I did see some of the items from Super Mario World 3D World, a couple of the suits, backgrounds, but not so much 3D. Still more 2D. But for it to be calling it Super Mario Maker 2, I'm hoping that there's actually a lot more features. They did show some things that are different. The background detail is a lot nicer. The game looks a lot better all over. The UI is different, which obviously had to be, but I really want to know what else is coming out. Now, they opened up with this, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. I wasn't expecting it. I wanted it. If you watched my other video on the games I want for this year that Nintendo might be hiding, this was one of the ones I talked about. I thought it would be more of a port than a sequel, and there was going to go to sequel. I was hoping for the 3D world, but who knows? This looks awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait for it to come out. And the fact that it's coming out this year, June 2019, that's awesome. I can't wait to see what else they announce for it, the other features, and I just love playing the games that people make, and hopefully they allow people to make story-driven games like they did on the other one. I know the whole, you know, what people can write thing scares Nintendo, so maybe Nintendo will have like a setting on it where people can add text to the game, but it's pre-written dialogue. So maybe they have like phrases and stuff that, like a couple hundred phrases that you can just add the phrase in there and make a sentence out of those phrases that Nintendo feels like couldn't be misused in some way. So that'd be cool. I'll do another video talking more about this later on, the features I'd like to see on Super Mario Maker 2. But yeah, that was awesome. So, great kickoff, and then it just keeps going from there. So the other games that really excited me was Ultimate Alliance 3. I used to love playing superhero games growing up, and for the PS2 and Xbox, they had a couple of them I used to like playing. I can't think of the names right now, but this one looks good. And I'm a Wolverine fan, so the fact that Wolverine is in this game and he's not being like hidden in the backdrop or anything makes me happy that, you know, they're including him. You know, he's been missing really, considering that he's a Fox property. But, you know, with the merger, you know, maybe Wolverine will get his light again. It looks great. I can't wait to try it out. I've never played the other two. I might have to go back and find those and check them out. If they're good or one's better than the other, let me know in the comments. So yeah, that was great. Excited for it. So let's move on to the next thing. Box Boy. I've never played it, but it does look interesting. It looks like a puzzler, and that's all I really see about it. Coming out April. It looks good as like a fun little game. I'm looking forward. I don't know about it. Another update for Smash. It was kind of a weird thing for Smash, like this update on Nintendo Direct. I really didn't feel like they gave you much to talk about. They were just saying, hey, we have an update. Yeah. Kind of could have, you know, told us more instead of a teaser for a teaser. But it is what it is. Nintendo likes to do that sometimes. And, they brought back up the fact that Joker from Persona, I think it was, is going to be an extra character. I still don't own Smash Bros. Yet, so I know I need to jump on it, but when you have so many games, you kind of fall behind sometimes. I do like the amiibos, though. Pokemon Trainer looks awesome. Metal Gear looks awesome. This was the other thing that got me really excited. Captain Toad. I can't wait to try that. I didn't get it for the Switch. I have it for the Wii U, so I didn't see the need for the update. But I like how it's 2 players. The problem with that, though, is do I really want to play the first game again 2 players? It wasn't made for 2 players, so unless they added new features to make 2 players more enjoyable, I think the biggest thing about this is the fact that you're going to have another downloadable content that you can buy with, I think 18 new levels. Yeah, 18 new challenges. And 2-player co-op, that could be cool. So hopefully those levels are focused on 2-player co-op. They say you can do it both ways, but they should be a reason for the second player to be there. So yeah. So far, number 3 of the games I'm really excited for that they announced, or features or add-ons they've talked about in this Direct. So far the Direct was going good for me. Everyone has the games that they like and dislike or not into, so sometimes the Direct gets a little slow here and there, which did happen to me for a couple things. And we'll get to those. So, next up. Bloodstained. Never played this game, so it wasn't really something I was into. It looks cool. Kind of reminds me of Castlevania. But other than that, I'll have to look more into it to see if it's something I want to get. And then, this was the one I was really waiting for. So, Dragon Quest Builders 2. I really liked the first one, but I wanted to be able to play with other people, co-op with it, and build, because I think that's funner, more enjoyable when you have multiple people building in the same area. So I've been waiting for this game to come out, and it looks good. I enjoyed the first one. I never beat the first one. I more used it as a building thing and just play it kind of more like Minecraft. But yeah, excited for this one. So another game I was like, alright, coming out relatively soon. And yeah, great game. July 12th, so that's not too far off. Now this one, I wasn't really, I've never played the Dragon Quest series, Dragon Warriors, any of those old RPGs. I was more Final Fantasy, Phantasy Star, Skies of Acadia, stuff like that. So I've never really played this RPG. So it looks good. I like it. I like the art style, the view. I like how, it's not random encounters so much. You can see the guys, and then it goes into turn-based. It might be something I want to check out. Okay, so the Direct at this point was getting a little, alright, Dragon Quest. It looks cool. But I've known about the game for a while, so it wasn't like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Now this one threw me off. I don't even know what this game's about other than being a party game or what these figures are. So apparently I must have missed something. If you guys know what this game is from or what other games are in the series, it just looks almost like a shovelware game from the Wii period where they're just like, hey, let's make this new party game for people and have a big old party. And no one buys it. So I don't know if this is good or the game before or what it's from is good. Let me know in the comments. I was like, alright, let's get to the next game, please. Now, this one. This is funny to me. So, Star Atlas, for the Switch, is getting a downloadable content with more stuff to do. Which I find funny because the game keeps going on sale at, recently $20 for each console. And I was like, okay. Keep putting this thing on sale. How are you making money off it? Is it even selling? But then, update available April 2019 for the Switch. Now, obviously, this update's only coming for the Switch because it's all Star Fox and Nintendo characters properties. So, I think that tells you which system sold the most games for. It must have been the Switch versus the other two, and they actually made money off of one console. So, hopefully, that gives Nintendo thoughts on, hey, people do good stuff with our properties, and they buy the games based on that. So maybe you'll let other people kind of like borrow some of their properties and do a different take on it to give it fresh eyes, a fresh take. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping, I hope the whole Metroid Prime thing 4 didn't really sour Nintendo, and I hope that they keep letting companies do this. So, yeah, I was happy to see that. I haven't played the first one yet. I have it, but I've been playing Star Fox 1 and 2, and I want to kind of work my way up a little bit. Alright, so, next up. This one, it wasn't for me. I've heard of Room Factory, but I've never played it. So I was kind of like, okay, yeah, thanks Nintendo for letting us in on this. And then there's like, oh, there's a 5th one. I wasn't really into that either. So, this game, it looks interesting. But I don't know, just there wasn't anything for me that I was like, oh yeah, that's a game I want to get. It does look cool. I love playing Squaresoft, Square Enix type games. So, yeah. Yoshi's Woolly World, it was another game that I was like, alright, I'm playing the 3DS one right now. Crafted World for the Switch, and I was like, okay, I know it's coming out. Don't really want this for my Nintendo Direct. But yeah, it looks cool, so. Now, this is another one. Fire Emblem Three Houses. I've never played Fire Emblem. I'm not really into that strategy style game. I did have to say, I still enjoyed the video and was like, you almost sold me on this game so far. I don't like the strategy style game. Maybe after I play Mario Rabbids, because that kind of looks similar, that I may be able to make the switch over, but yeah, it looks good, but I don't think I can get past that part of the game. So I was like, alright, at least it kept me entertained for the direct, so I wasn't, dragging on. And then on to that, the next game, that was a pretty long part of the video, so I was like, alright, this one was exciting. I used to love playing this game as a kid. I still love playing it sometimes on my phone. I'll download it randomly and have to undownload it because I'll play it all the time, and that's Tetris. I love playing Tetris. It's fun, it's addicting, and now they have like a multiplayer mode on. It's almost like a battle royale for Tetris on the Switch, and it's going to be free to online subscribers, I think it is, and I can't wait. I'm excited. Free game that I love playing. I know Tetris is on everything, but sometimes just having it on a certain thing makes it even better. Like, I want to play the new Tetris on the PS VR, because that looks awesome. And sometimes the new take just makes it good, and that looks awesome. Special offers for online Switch members. So at least we're getting something for being a member. It may not be Super Nintendo games yet, but it's getting up there. And it's available today, as of February 13th. So that's awesome. Next up. Now, Dead by Daylight, not really my thing. So I was kind of like, alright, it's a horror game coming out in the fall. That's cool. The next game, another game that I was like, I never played the game before this, I guess, the guy made, so I didn't really get the humor. I know they were trying to go for something funny. I was just like, alright, but it didn't sell it to me because I never played it before, so the humor wasn't really making it. If the other game that they were talking about, Undertale, is good, maybe I should check it out. Leave it in the comments if you guys played it. Yeah, so Chapter 1's going to be free, which I like. And then you'll have more chapters after, which you'll have to pay for. I think that's a smart idea. It allows you to test out the game longer, and then if you like it, you can pick it up. Demon X Machina, I think the game looks cool, but I'm definitely going to have to try the demo and see if I like it. But it really reminds me of Armored Core. Kind of, like that fighting style, with a little bit more in depth, kind of. Or less in depth, because in Armored Core you could build up your whole character. But I did like that fighting back and forth. So this could be a game I like. It's one of those things, I think all games should have demos. Because I think demos sell games because a lot of times I would have never bought a certain game if I didn't play the demo and liked it. I've never really played a demo for a game that I knew I was going to buy. Played the demo and be like, yeah, I'm not buying it now. It's more, I've been like, you know what, this game kind of looks cool. Let me try the demo. All right, I'm buying it now. Not, I'm going to buy this game, but let me play the demo first real quick. That's really never happened too often. All right, so next up. This was weird. Like, I guess people are asking for, realistic racing games, but to me, it's a racing game. I love racing games a long time ago. I don't play them too much anymore. And realistic, I guess it's for a crowd that's not me. But that's fine. I mean, it looks good. It doesn't look as realistic as like the Xbox One X or the PS4, but obviously it's not going to. I mean, it feels a need if you need a racing game. For me, if I'm going to race, it's Mario Kart for the Switch. For like another console, I don't even play them that much anymore. Should get back into that. This game looks cool. I've never really looked more into this game, but now that I've seen it here, I'm intrigued. It looks great. It looks like it could be very interesting, a cool story, and for the Switch, I love third parties. I love how more developers are making their games, bringing them over to the Switch, and I hope that keeps happening. All right, we're almost done the video. What else is next? Okay, so kind of weird. Assassin's Creed Remastered 3. I have it for the Wii U, so I probably won't be picking this one up. I liked it for the Wii U, but it got to the point where I'm like, I just felt like it was doing the same thing over and over and over. And then I got to a point where I forgot what I was doing, and I just stopped. So, if you haven't played Assassin's Creed 3, then, hey, get it for the Switch. Alright, next up. This part of the video got me angry. Yeah. Long story short, Final Fantasy 7, 9, and Chocobo's something. Final Fantasy 7, March 26th. And then they're also coming out with Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon Everybody. And then Final Fantasy 9. And I'm just like, yep, nope. I mean, okay. 9 I like playing. I never beat it because I let someone borrow it. But I love 8. 8 is my favorite. And it gets no love as of recently. How can you have every other fantasy game but that one? I won't rant. That's a story for another video. But I love 8. I kind of wish that would get announced. And then this game. I was like, alright, this looks kind of cool. This is the style of games I like to see more companies bring over, only because it just adds to the variety. I mean, it's a great looking game for the Switch. You wouldn't say it's last gen, you would say, hey, that looks like a great game, that's the style they're going for. Could it look better on the PS4 or Xbox One? Yeah, but you're not going to compare that to it when you're playing it. And the fact that I can play it on my Switch, play it on the go. I don't do too much go playing, but I do couch playing when someone else is watching the TV. So, it looks great. I don't know much about it, whether it's like a open world shooter or like, kind of more linear where you just follow the path, but I can't wait. This one's got me, this is one of those ones I wasn't expecting that I'm like, okay. And speaking of not expecting, so this one, I was like, alright, the final video. Usually I like to end with a bang. What could it be? And the video opens up. And I was like, I don't know what that art style looks like, because I was trying to figure out, I was like, alright, what game does that art style? I don't know. I was like, okay. It's definitely not Wind Waker. It's not a Zelda game. Well, I was hoping for Skyward Sword. But I'm like, alright, that's definitely not the art style they'd go with to remaster. And then you see the guy on the boat. And you're like, oh, those kind of look like Link's old shoes. I'm like, huh. Okay. Is that Link? That's like, it looks like, oh, that's definitely Link. I'm like, what game is this? And then all of a sudden, they show you big old mountain with an egg on it. and I was like, Link's Awakening for the Game Boy. I'm like, that's the next Zelda game I wanted to play, one of the next two, because I'm kind of going back and playing them all. And I was like, all right, I played the first two for the NES. I think it's time to play Link's Awakening. And then look at this art style. That is what you do to a 2D game for Zelda for the Switch. That's how you separate Breath of the Wild and your 2D Zeldas. I think it looks cool. It looks great, up to date, and I think that's a great design they should go for. Could have been different in another way, yeah, but I'm not going to complain. I think that's a great update, and a great update. It's coming out this year, and it looks... I wish they'd update all their old games now. I hope they do the first two Link games and do like a updated version for the Switch with graphics like that. Maybe a little different, but you know, kind of like that, where they just blew it out of the water. Like cool little cartoon graphics or however graphics you want, but with that kind of dedication, thought, and be like, all right, how are we going to do this? It doesn't have to look like that, but you know, where they actually just didn't go like, all right, just make the trees look 3D and call it a day. Make it look like a Link to the Past style game. No, they totally updated it. I hope they do more. Now, here's the other thing. So I was really thrilled. I'm like, yep, they ended on a bang. That's a great game. I wasn't expecting. I was hoping for Skyward Sword, Ocarina of Time. But you know what? The way that looked caught me off guard. That's what I was looking for in a Direct. That was a great way to end a Direct. And I'm not sad that I didn't see Ocarina of Time or Skyward Sword. That's great. But here's the other thing. So, the letterings they were used. I don't know. Let's just go. Let's speculate. Let's see if we can pull out some Easter eggs or something. So, 2019. That's definitely Breath of the Wild style writing, right? Do you think they're teasing us? Or leaving an Easter egg about something else to be announced later on? Like, does this mean that they might be working on something Breath of the Wild? Because, alright, here's my thought. They spent the time to make that cool video, right? Which I hope is in the game. And whenever they have like a little short cutscene, that's the style they go with. They spent the time to do that. They made the updated version of this Game Boy game look awesome. Spent all that time. And then they don't do something creative for 2019. They use Breath of the Wild's font style. Yeah, I think... maybe pulling, you know, things out of thin air, but I think that's their way of saying, hey, we're working on something with Breath of the Wild. Or at least its art style, its game engine, or however you want to say it. But, yeah. So that was the end of the Direct. All in all, a couple short places that I was like, all right, can we get to the next game? But all in all, I loved it. Mario Maker 2, Legend of Zelda's Link's Awakening, all the games that I saw that sparked my interest, I was like, all right, this Direct didn't let me down. A couple slow points, but overall it didn't let me down. And I liked it. And I'm excited. Now we just got to get those games out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys thought was your best part of the Direct. Were you let down? Were you happy? What game really stuck out to you that you weren't expecting? And which game are you like, yep, I'm getting that game, that's mine? And which game you're like, they could have just put that on a trailer video some other time. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out my other videos. Like button if you like it. Share it if you like it. It really helps out. And yeah, catch you next time. Have a good night. Keep on gaming and see you later.